Hey guys and welcome back to another What If here. Today we're doing part 3 to What If Naruto could shapeshift. And if you want to know what happened in the last part, well, there's a link in the description down below which will take you to the playlist where you can watch part 1 and part 2. And this part and then the other future part that I may or may not do more on the, well, probably more or less. There should very much be more parts. That if you're watching this sometime like a year or two into the future, then I'd hope there's more than 3 parts, as I'm somewhat enjoying this what if, thinking about this what if. Anyway, so let's get into where we left off. The beautiful giant 9-tailed fox that you can, and if you choose what it looks like, it's the thumbnail picture. Just say, put your hand over Naruto, and you can it's the fox. Though instead of having 3 tails, it has 9. Yeah. Anyway, she would go, my name, Kit. I am called Chrysalis. She'd look at Naruto and go, what is it? And Naruto go, nothing. So sorry, it's just your name's beautiful. Well, thank you. And well, it's time that you run along now. Just one thing. And what's that? Well, how will I be able to talk to you again? She just like the 9-tail, like you talk to the 9-tailed fox. And Naruto somewhat just look up at her like, yeah, and that is, and Chrysalis would just somewhat Simon thinks stupid 9-tailed fox not telling his Jinchuriki how to speak to him. Well, Kit, to speak to me and or the 9-tailed fox, all you have to do when you wake up is to think of what you want to say. Don't say it out loud, because people will then think you've gone insane. So just think of what you want to say to us, and we will be able to hear what you say, and we'll be able to answer. Okay, Kid. Hi. Okay. And how exactly do I say leave this place? Should I once again? I'm gonna go, well, to leave this place, close your eyes and feel for an energy that is leaving. Okay. Hi. And is it like the same thing to come here? Yes. Yes. The energy that leaves must come in. Thus, there are 2 pathways: one to come in, one to go out. When you are awake, or when you're somewhat preferably laying down, or that, you want to somewhat feel for an energy that is, going further within your mind. Feeling for that and following that will allow you to enter your mindscape. And at the entrance to your mindscape, I presume now would be probably either a sign, or there'd be 2 pathways, and most possibly a sign, which would say one side 9 tails, the other side me, Chrysalis. And yeah. I told someone, no, don't go. Okay, and yeah, it was nice meeting you, and But yeah, bye. Bye. Naruto would somewhat then, vanish. He would leave and, yeah, the Night-Eyed Fox would then go, I never thought that the brat would be the last human kitsune, human, I wouldn't think that the brat Mount Jinchoku would be the last of the somewhat human kitsune of the human kitsune clan. And I thought you was dead as well. Well, I wasn't dead. And yeah, even when I sensed the child was born, or when the child was the child was within his mother, the womb of his mother, I never thought that the child would be a human kitsune, because after all he'd be half a human kitsune, so I thought it was impossible. And yeah, here I am. So why are you here? Because to act as a guide, but you said that anytime that when he pulls on your chakra, that's why he transforms into a girl and with a single tail and 2 foxes, because that's the max he can handle. Well, I'm just a guide. Yes, but then you wouldn't have said that, would you? It would have been his kitsune chakra. So you're just in the same situation, aren't you, as me? You're also sealed here. But then how? Somewhat sounded fine. The kid does have his own kitsune chakra. The thing is that he hasn't awakened it yet, and I don't think either you, don't think me, I know I don't, and I don't think you want either, to try and explain to him why 60-foot creature, Lycan has went from a nice from a village to a 60-foot crater where it was when he awakens his kitchen chakra. What that power is that powerful? Well, yeah, there's a solid chance it could be. After all, he has Mean Jew inside of him. Both of us are 9-tailed foxes, so you're half of your original power, and I'm slightly stronger than your whole self. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it is going to be powerful, and the only way that he could safely awaken his chakra without doing a 60-foot crater in anywhere he tries to awaken it would be to go to the land of snow. And folks somewhat just longer, so in other words, so how did you though get sealed within him? Well, once you were somewhat, say, split up and sealed within him, the Shinigami had realised when it's entered the child to seal you within it, that within the kit that was the last surviving member of the human kitsune clan. I don't think I gave them a name, so yeah, you guys can decide the name in the comments down below. Oh no, it would be on Minato's side, so it would be the Namikaze. Never mind. Oh, yeah, no. I don't know, you guys can tell me in the comments down below. If you want a different name than Namikaze, then just tell me. And also to give me ideas for a name for the clan. Anyway, let's go back into it. This That I've got where I was now. Well, because the Shinigami had realized that he has his own Kitsune chakra. I think it's she. Well, anyway, she contacted me and told me that that the child of the Namikaze and Uzumaki have a it has the child, he has his own Kitsune chakra and would need a somewhat of a guide. And while I'm currently selling the nine-tailed half of the 9,000 inside of him, so while I can seal you within him to act as a guide, and he'd also be able to access your chakra, so he'd build up some type of control over, say, Kitsune chakra before he inevitably goes to the land of snow to awaken his own chakra, so he doesn't blow a crater within, anywhere. The fox was just like, I see. So then, I wonder what do you think would happen if the kit could say combine all three of your chakra, my chakra, and his Kitsune chakra. What do you think would happen? Well, if the kid could do it, then he would most definitely be stronger than the Ten Tails. Oh, why do you really think he's that strong? Well, yeah. For one, as I said not too long ago, that obviously I'm just slightly stronger than you, and you're currently only half of yourself. So you're half as strong as yourself, which obviously for you're pretty much from the 1 to 8 tails, then times by 2, half in that means you're only, say, add up the 1 to 8 tails, and the 10 tails is your strength plus the other 8 tails, while you're the other 8 tails. I'm in a way, you combine our chakra, he combining our chakra together will give him the power of the 10 tails, or the strength and chakra of a 10-tailed beast. Well, in his case, his case, a fox, a 10-tailed fox. And so any extra chakra his Kitsune chakra provides, be that a single tail, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, who knows how many tails he may have. So, that's just excess chakra on top of that, and, who knows, maybe combining all three of our chakras could create an 11, 12, 13, maybe even 14 or 15-tailed beast. And, just we'd be able to straight up we'd be able to vaporize the 10 tails that is said to so you know the prophecy. Well, of course I know the prophecy that one day a child will be born that will be able that will befriend all 9-tailed beasts and be the savior of the world by defeating the 10 tails and the rabbit goddesses. Yes, of course I know that. So So how high are you willing to bet that, say, the kit is the Child of Prophecy, my life on it? Really? That much? Yes. I'm willing to put my complete life on the line, because I know, well, as you know, as we literally, as I just said, mine and your chakra combined, if you can do that, if the kid could do that, will give him the power of a the 10 tails that once created the lands as we know it today. So, yeah, and obviously, if he adds his, then, yeah, I'm pretty confident he'll be able to wipe out the 10 tails with no problem. The rabbit goddesses, on the other hand, I'm not so sure, but who knows, between now and whenever the prophecy starts, then, that can be, say, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14, 18, 20, 30, 60, 100 years, even 100 years from now. But, yeah, safe to say he is the Child of Prophecy. And why do you ask? No reason. Why? Because, I don't know, I just have an inkling something's up with you, like, just me saying that he is the Child of Prophecy, and that is confirmed in your own head, and that you're more willing to help him. You're just dreaming it. Well, maybe. I guess I could be. After all, I am, 10,000 years old? Something like that. So, I am old after all. Yeah. And they'd continue to somewhat talk a little bit more, though, with Naruto. Naruto somewhat. Well, no, they'd somewhat actually finish their conversation as Naruto would wake up and would somewhat. He'd wake up to. Or at least to fill in his own body, no breasts, no vagina, no foxtail or fox ears. He'd somewhat sigh and think, good, I'm myself again, I'm here again. I should somewhat roll over as Cassie would come in. Now to hear the door open, I would somewhat spring up at Mr. Mine's Gigas go, I see you're awake now. Hey, Sensei, how long have I been out? Just like let's just say you had a long sleep. What? How long? Days, weeks, months? Well, not weeks or months, because we wouldn't be here. You just got an extra long, say, laying, sleeping. Let's say you went to bed early that night, so it was just happened yesterday. Yes. It's somewhat inside. That was a amazing sigh of relief, as he thought he'd been out for days or weeks, or heck, even months. And he'd thought, he hadn't really paid he hadn't paid much attention to the room that he was in. He was just nice, warm, comfortable. Then door open, who's there, who's trying to kill me type deal. So, yeah. Cash should go well. If you're okay, well, if you're perfectly fine now too. Somewhat. Well, breakfast is almost done, so get dressed and come down and have breakfast, and we can go off and help Tyson finish his bridge. I do it somewhat, just not don't go wait, but what about Haku and Zabazar? I buried them. If you'd like, after say we have, say like once we have, say, guarded Tarzan for the day, so when he's going back, say Sasuke and Sakura can keep an eye on him, and I'll take you to where I have buried him. I told someone just not long ago I would like that. Actually, someone not long ago, well, come on. No, to get up and would get around. Well, Kakashi would somewhat head back down. Now to get changed into his ninja outfit before he'd then go into the bathroom, go toilet, and then would make his way downstairs. And yeah, after eating breakfast and somewhat repairing, well, Naruto's clones is actually had focused on repairing the bridge, whilst Tarzan had somewhat made sure what Naruto was doing was right, and the other workers, the other workers were somewhat continuing to build the bridge. They were possibly a week away from completing the bridge, and Kakashi would somewhat think of making, obviously he could make his own Shadow clones and could speed up the process as well. And he'd somewhat look at Sasuke and Sakura as they were somewhat just there. Yeah. He would somewhat go to them and go, hey, Sasuke, Sakura, hi sensei. Take one of my clones, and it will take you, and you say you can do some more training, really, but what about Naruto, and you don't have to worry, Sakura. Naruto would, you could say in a way Naruto can already say do the next chakra control exercise. Alright, it's just another chakra control exercise, and farewell. This one is a lot harder than the tree walking, and as a result it will give you much more chakra control. And somewhat size, they thought they'd get some real training, not just chakra control, like more chakra control training. But Kakashi would make as many clones as he could. He'd make now that he's not been in the battle, he'd be able to make 30 clones. He can make 15 with the ability to use the Sharingan 20 if it was like, if he thought the person wasn't, say, strong enough to require the Sharingan. And yeah, and of course, under out of battle situations he can make, say, 30 clones, or yeah. So the clone, he would just be able to barely make 31 clones. So one clone, so like Kakashi clone 31 would go with Sasuke and Sakura, and I'd go Naruto would somewhat look over and go, "Hey, Sensei, where are they going?" They're just going to learn, well, how to somewhat say, well, how to water walk. Okay. That would say, and would somewhat get back to repairing the bridge, or, well, the damage that, well, him, Haku, Zab's and Kakashi's fight did to the bridge. So yeah, anyway. Well, not even a week would pass, Naruto had finished all the repairs on the bridge within that day, or within that working day, so when the working day came to an end, Sasuke Sakura they were soaking wet as they'd seemingly sunk into the water quite a lot. Yeah, Sakura seemed more furious as, of course, she managed to get the tree walking first trying, but now it somewhat seems like she's kind of, she went from, I've got, I did tree walking first try to now unable to somewhat do this. And of course, me and Sasuke was somewhat struggling because they thought, obviously, because it was, say, tree walking, that required a constant flow. A constant, steady flow to the tree. Water as it's being a fluid can always change from being standstill to, say, having this current or even more, obviously current and waves and that, and as a result you had to vary the amount of chakra you'd need. So if you was on a lake that, just no waves, no nothing kind of lake, or say your bath water, then you could use the tree walking exercise and stand on the water without having to change the amount of chakra you need, because the water's not running anywhere, it's not moving, it's flat. But the second it starts, say, going up and down, say waves start forming or it starts flowing, then yes, you need to start varying the amount of chakra you need to stay in your position and to stay afloat. So yeah, for Naruto's own somewhat odd lack of chakra control somewhat allowed him to master it almost, pretty much first time, just stepping onto it. His own, say, somewhat kind of just say, can't really describe. I was going to say something, but I forgot. Well, not even forgot. I just can't think of good thing to say. Anyway, Naruto's own, say, somewhat chakra being, say, disturbed in that by the fox, had created enough disturbance with his own chakra that the fluctuations within his chakra was enough to literally keep him standing up and stationary, be that on stationary, as I said, bath water or a pond, to to pretty much flowing rivers and that, fast moving rivers, though it wasn't enough to, say, waterfall walk, or was walking up a waterfall. Though Naruto could also do that, though it took him a much more longer time. Anyway, it was only what would have taken them a week. It took them 3.5, 4 days to complete. So they would go back. The bridge would still be called the Great Naruto Bridge, as Naruto had inspired I forgot the kid's name now. Damn it, what's the kid's name? Inari, that's the kid's name. Inari would pretty much, well, would obviously tell his father to, or would obviously shout that because his father would say, well, I think the bridge will be called, as Inari would say, the Great Naruto Bridge. And, Tazuna would somewhat just stroke his son's head and go, that's got a nice ring in it, that's got a nice ring in it, the Great Naruto. I name this great bridge the Great Naruto Bridge. And though Naruto would have been out of all of them would have been out of earshot from hearing what the bridge was actually called. So it'd take them maybe like half an hour to get back to Konoha once they were they'd all go to the Hokage office, and Sakura would actually ask, well, why are we all going to the Hokage office? Sensei, don't you generally only go there by yourself? Well, yes, Sakura, I generally do, but that's for D ranks. For C ranks, D ranks will somewhat get you get you comfortable with your team, build up some teamwork, and get to know your sensei as well. C ranks will then, I will obviously going, and then for it's loads of simple we deliver we may have to deliver a message to the fire capital, or deliver a letter to the to Sonogakure, or guard a merchant to one of the other countries that we are allied with. And I would be able to do it by myself, but I'd also if one of you had your first kill, then all of you would come in, and you obviously I'd give my mission debriefing, meaning what happened, what I saw that happen, and then you'd give your own mission report on what you did. Then go, oh, okay, so this is an A rank, so we're gonna have to give our individual parts of what we did. Yep. Naruto would somewhat look at Kakashi, and Kakashi would say, well, you don't exactly have to go into detail. You can obviously just say, if you was trying to go, I was with, me and Sasuke at this, at this they were training, Hokage-sama doesn't really need to know what you was training in, just know that you was training. And and Naruto would allow a sigh of relief that he could gloss over some of his training and that. And anyway. And they would arrive at the Hokage's office, and he's gonna go, nice to how's your first C rank mission outside the village? How did it go? Cash would go, it was actually upgraded to an A rank Hokage-sama. It was what? Katsu somewhat cringed slightly and had to somewhat wince from the sound from, well, his GG Hughes and shouting. And just had to go, hey, GG, I don't think Sanagakure heard you. It's somewhat just look at Naruto with something that expression. Yeah, and the others was somewhat just chuckle like that. Yeah. Though, pretty much, well, yeah. It was somewhat just, so, go. So, then why, please, tell me why you continued a A rank mission. Well, I asked them because we'd encountered the Demon Brothers. So B rank, why didn't you? It's an A rank. Though we encountered the Demon Brothers, and after Naruto and Sasuke had defeated them, I'd asked them if they wanted to continue this mission, as Tazna had clearly lied, and that it was now possibly a B rank or even possibly an A rank, and they wanted to continue, and that, say, going back, which would be their first failed mission, would, it somewhat, say, look bad in Konoha, to somewhat walk away from a nation that needed help, that was dying. And so we continued, and we're here with a successful mission complete. Yeah, Kakashi then properly run through what I was like his mission report. Naruto, Sasuke would had what he did. Sakura would do the same, and so would Naruto. Here's him somewhat just nod, and it'd go well. Come back tomorrow. Come by say afternoon. So say, come by say mid to late afternoon, and your payment should very much be ready. They would somewhat nod, and would then leave. Naruto would somewhat walk all the way home, and once he'd get home, he'd just somewhat throw all his he'd throw all his clothes off and just have a nice bath. After having a bath, he'd then kind of just jump into bed and just fall asleep. And yeah, the next day, Naruto would somewhat wake up and would somewhat the next day Naruto would somewhat wake up to knocking on his door, so he'd somewhat sigh, and he'd get up and he'd look at himself, he'd go, he'd somewhat just, he'd had his bath, he'd got himself dry, and he'd somewhat just fell onto his bed and just went straight to sleep, so he slept naked. So he'd quickly just, he'd throw on say boxes on the top, and would trudge over to the door and would open and go, morning, Sensei. Morning, Naruto. I guess I you just woke up, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, kind of, somewhat. Yesterday, once we were dismissed, I had a nice bath, got out, got dried, hit my bed and was asleep, so I practically fell asleep. Just naked, up until just a couple seconds ago. She didn't really need to know that anyway. Yeah. Here, well, Sasuke and Sakura have got that money as they came around to get it. But, here's your amount of money. And also we've got a 1 week break. So, there'll be no missions and no training from me, so you don't need to go to Training Ground 7. And you don't need to, and there's no missions for that. Okay, Naruto, hi Sensei. Well, if that's all, Cash from not gonna go well, bye then. Naruto, say bye as well as Kakashi then. Sensing away. Naruto then shut and lock his door. So he'd somewhat stretch and go, well, I'm up now, so I guess I should get dressed. He'd somewhat walk in and, well, he'd hear the voice of Chrysalis as Chrysalis go, I see you, she'd go, morning kid, and, well, Jordan go, she'd somewhat think, morning Chrysalis, and, I guess morning Nine Tails, yeah, made somewhat grumble, and Chrysalis somewhat moan at the Nine-Tailed Fox, as Fox would say, morning brat. Yeah. And, well, Chrysalis goes, so, is that all you've got to wear? What do you mean, is that all that I've got to wear? Well, just orange, just a bright orange jumpsuit. Hey, what have you got? Hey, what's so bad about orange? Well, nothing. I've got nothing against it, but, is there a reason for, why? It can't just be because you like or love orange. There has to be another reason why you've got so many jumpsuits. Naruto would somewhat think and shake his head. Not really, it's the only thing I could actually buy. What? And, well, should Naruto go, can't you, see my memories or something like that? Should somewhat Marcus go, oh yeah, and would go, huh. And, she'd come back after a minute and go, I see, well, you're quite good in stuff as well. Well then, well, for one, I would suggest getting a different, better, a better shinobi outfit. Why? What's so bad about orange? Well, for one, what's bad about your jumpsuit is that it's bright orange. Sure, in the village, you may want to, obviously, wearing a bright orange jumpsuit in a village and trying to hide from everyone when you pull a prank is fine and would help you in your stealth, but doing a mission, the bright orange could very much be the difference between between a mission failure and a mission success. Yeah, and I'm not just obviously saying because I'm still inside of you, obviously your teammate, the gal that wears a red dress, for crying out loud, even that was, shouting This is where I am. Try and kill me. I'm a walking target. And you're practically yelling. She's, say, shouting that, and you're yelling that out to the world to hear. So, yeah. Like, you can still have orange, but have a darker orange, not such a bright orange. Have it darker. Okay. Okay, kid. That would go well. Okay, but I don't really know where to go. And, well, yeah, that's somewhat. Well, that entire day was somewhat spent with Naruto going around the entire village trying to find a store that was selling clothing. Though he did eventually find one, which actually sold both civilian and ninja clothing. Civilian clothing was just normal clothes. Ninja clothing or ninja rated clothing was clothing that was made with the chakra conductive metal, because the chakra conductive metal is highly flexible. It was strong and highly flexible, and thus pretty much there was a company out there that made it into a thread that obviously that clothes could be made out of, and thus you'd get pretty much like you'd have obviously nice soft clothing, and that clothing would also be chakra conductive. So yeah. Anyway. And sorry for that, guys, needed to burp. Anyway, yeah. And Naruto went into Naruto went into that shop, and they looked at him and did somewhat. Would say though they don't know the difference between a scroll and a kunai, so yeah, they would Naruto somewhat would ask for somewhat some new clothes, and he'd get some. Anyway, with that, with his new clothes acquired, somewhat would then, after paying, would then leave and would put them in his home and would ask, so should I switch out into them or no, Kit? What I want you to do is go over to this training ground 7. Where me and my team meet up. Yes, go there. Why? Well, you're gonna train in using my chakra. Yours? I thought you. Well, somewhat had to explain it to Ninetales, so I guess I can re-explain it. But I'll give you the short story. You do have your own kitsune chakra. Kitsune? In other words, say think of it as, say, the Ninetales chakra, or my chakra, for example, is just your kitsune chakra. Yeah. In other words, you have a third chakra which is called kitsune chakra, and that currently you haven't, say, gained access to that. No, you won't be doing it now, as if you do it, you may end up creating a 60-foot crater and destroying a good chunk or even all of Konoha, so bad idea. When you'll be able to awaken your chakra, your kitsune chakra, well, once I somewhat feel like you're got enough control over my own chakra, so that's why I'm asking you to go to this training ground 7. So like, well, when you get there, you'd pull on my chakra, which will, well, I'll turn you into what you saw in when we first met, and well, somewhat want you to make say 2 or 3 make a clone and make a shell clone and spar with it, but won't it just pop? Right. And it's somewhat just think as Kermit go, well, the Ninetales would go, well, I think I've got something there. It's a jutsu that will require your blood and a fat amount of your blood, so it's an ability. It's a better version of the Shadow Clone, but due to the fact it requires a fair amount of your blood, you'd probably be able to make maybe only, say, 3 or 4 clones before literally dying of blood loss. Okay, Kit. Hi. Good. Now, go over to the training ground, and I will then inject into your mind the hand signs that are required. Got it? Hi. Naruto would then head off to said training ground, and the nine-tailed fox would do precisely what it said. Naruto would go through the hand signs a couple of times at slow speed to make sure he doesn't get any of them wrong before grabbing a kunai and completely slitting his hand with it, and then going through the hand signs, and would then say blood clone jutsu as a single, as blood would still somewhat pouring out of his hand. Well, not exactly pouring, but would come out of his hand. Well, the blood that is coming out of his hand would, instead of dripping to the floor, somewhat almost curve and would go into a specific spot. Say 5-10 centimeters away from him. No, that's a bit close. Good, say, meter away from him. It create a clone of him, and then, the Ninetales and, the Ninetales' chakra and Chrysalis's chakra would immediately heal, practically immediately heal Nato's hand. And Nato somewhat wobble slightly before catching himself and going, whoa. Let's go, and can go, Nato to go see. I think I overestimated. You could probably only make another 1 more clone before collapsing of blood loss. So, yes, no more than 1. I'd possibly say 1, maybe once a day to once every other day for now. But as you get older, your body will have more blood, thus you'll be able to make more clones per day. But, yeah. Anyway, the uniqueness with this blood clone is that, for one, it will regenerate. If you blow off its hand, it's lost its hand. It won't regrow one. But any fatal wound that would kill you would kill the blood clone, and due to the fact it is a blood clone, say stabbing it, punching it, or anything like that. As long as it's not fatal, the clone won't dispel. Though if it is fatal, it still won't exactly dispel until, say, its actual, somewhat all of its blood, is left or something like that, and it will die. Anyway, so anything that would cause you to die, the blood clone would die. And well, yeah, though you don't have to worry about it dispelling from not enough chakra, as well, it will generate its own chakra. Just like you generate your own, it will generate its own chakra, that being, say, somewhat yours. Anyway, yeah. Naruto somewhat go, okay. And, oh, yeah. Chrysalis would then somewhat talk to the Vons, go, hey, so then does that mean, well, yes, you could take over the clone's body and spar with him. And go, okay, and then you'd speak to the clone, and the clone would then switch with Chrysalis, thus now Chrysalis being in control of the blood clone's body. Yeah. It would somewhat, his clone would open up its eyes after having them, so it would open them up to having two golden slitted eyes. And I'd go, what's going on? And from the blood clone would be Chrysalis's voice. As she'd say, you don't have to worry, kid. I've taken over the blood clone. It's switched with me in a way where I'm now in control of it, so you don't have to worry. Now then, draw on my chakra, and you can we'll now start sparring practice. Naruto would somewhat just nod and would pull on Chrysalis's chakra, and of course, what would follow would be Naruto's hair going to Snow White, going to around his mid back. His chest would grow to a cup, and he'd get one single Snow White tail. And yeah, with that, they would spar, and this is where I'm going to end this part, guys. So if you have enjoyed this part, tell me in the comments down below. If you want part 4 to this what if, I'm bapping, yes. Tell me in the comments down below, and yeah, guys. Well, hope you guys have enjoyed this. I think I've said that. Stay safe, have a good day or night, depending on whatever time it is, wherever you are, that being day or night, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, stay safe and good. Bye. Good. Bye.